Hello students, welcome to AIMS Today YouTube channel. Here we are going with AIMS India live sessions. We have started these live sessions for 10th class students especially. Here we are going to discuss about chemistry subject. Sorry, this is for 8th class students. In that about synthetic fibers and plastics we are discussing from few days onwards. In the same chapter, few more we are going to continue in this session. That is about completely plastics and the varieties of plastics, the categorization of plastics. In the previous classes, we have discussed about different kinds of synthetic fibers. First of all, what are fibers, how they are classified, what are these natural fibers, what are synthetic fibers. We have discussed these all. Later, we discussed about types of plastics also, like thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. About the same plastics, there is one more consideration or one more kind of classification or categorization based upon their usage in different making of different kinds of tools that we are going to discuss in this session. So let us start that. Yeah, plastics. Plastics are polymers, long chains of a repeating chemical pattern. Yes, we discussed this. Plastics are just like the synthetic fibers. These are also polymers. Polymers means what we said? When many number of single molecules, they will combine together to form long chain molecules. That formation is called polymerization, and that formed molecule is called polymer. So these all plastics are made up of these polymers. Here you can see the tools given. These all tools are made up of polymers. You can see there are different kinds of plastic items are shown here. In these all, the molecules will be in this form, long chain molecules, which we call them as polymers. These plastics are organic as well as synthetic. What are these two? Let us see here. Plastics are organic chemically, in that they contain carbon. Yes, almost all the plastics are organic substances. They contain carbon and its compounds. So hence we can say them organic substances. You know, the chemical substances are called, which are containing carbon and its compounds are specially called organic compounds. You know that we might have heard this word organic, living related, because all the living substances are containing this carbon. So the compounds related to carbon are considered as the organic substances. Anyhow, here plastics are also containing the compounds of carbon in them. They are made up of carbon compounds in different forms. Hence, these all plastics come under organic substances. Chemically, they are organic. But they are also synthetic. Why? Because most of them are manufactured by the human beings from petroleum or natural gases. So most of the plastics are obtained from petroleum, and even some are derived from natural gas also. So here plastics are organic because they are made up of carbon compounds, and at the same time these plastics are synthetic also, just like the synthetic fibers. These plastics are also synthetic in nature because these are derived from the naturally existing substances like petroleum and natural gas. So here we can see from the when petroleum is dubbed from see and dissolve. From this petroleum, these organic compounds are separated. From the same, even these plastics are also derived. Recycling of these plastics. Most of the plastics can be broken down, melted, and reformed into new products in closed loop production. Yes, I think we have seen in our daily life often some people, they'll come on the streets and they'll collect these all waste plastic covers and plastic bottles. You might have seen those people. What they will do with those? They will sell in certain places. All these plastic bags and covers will be collected and they will be segregated. This segregation of these plastic items will be based upon the categorization of plastics, which we are going to study now. So anyhow, first they will segregate these plastic items. After segregation, they will break these into small pieces. They will melt them by heating. Again, they convert them into new forms. This complete process is called as recycling of plastic. So this is very important because plastic is, as we discussed earlier, plastics are non-biodegradable. They won't be decomposed themselves in the nature even after a few years, long time also. So they may cause damage to the pollution, damage to the environment. They cause pollution. So what is better idea means? To collect back these all plastics which are used and thrown away, and they can be recycled. What they do in the recycling, they will cut this, they will first they segregate these all plastics into different categories. So after segregating, all one kind of plastics will be broken down into small pieces and they will be melted, and that molten plastic will be utilized for making new plastic items again. This process is called recycling. However, only 7% of plastic is recycled. This is a bad thing. We are using many plastic items, we are throwing them away, and but only 7% of these all thrown or disposed plastic items are being recycled nowadays. Many of them remained in the nature as usual in the same way. So this is causing a large damage to the environment and atmosphere. The rest disposed of in municipal waste and makes up 12% of the waste stream. Yes, most of them are thrown away as waste. They're not being collected. They're thrown just like that, and they're causing pollution. Yes, I told in the recycling process, they will collect all the plastics, covers, bags, bottles, tins. These all they will collect, which are made up of all the chairs, pieces of these broken chairs and tables. All they will collect. But these all plastics are of not same kind. You can observe those. Plastic covers will be very smooth enough. If you take pieces of chair and plastic tables, they'll be hard enough, and they'll be sponge type. So many kinds of plastics are there. So once after collecting these all, they will start segregating these. So for segregation and to categorize these plastics, they have given certain numbers for the different kinds of plastics. That we say coding of plastics. Here we are going to see about that. There are different types of plastics because they are different possible chemical structures. Why? Because yes, there are different kinds of plastics. Why these many kinds of plastics are there? There are different kinds of existence of polymers in them. Earlier we told monomers, they will combine together to form polymers. So the formation of polymers can be done in different ways. Long chains might be formed, bridged chains might be formed, and network like polymers might be formed. So based upon the polymerization, different kinds of plastics can be obtained. So based as there are so many kinds of plastics are there, the segregation of these plastics is very important before recycling. For that purpose, they have given certain codes for these plastics. Codes are numbers. Each type of recyclable plastic is identified with a number from 1 to 7 in the center of recycling symbol. Yeah, for every bottle which we use at home, plastic bottles, at the bottom or side, you can observe there will be coding on that. With some arrow marks at the center, there will be a number which represents the type of plastic with which that bottle or tool is made. Based upon that categorization, they can be whether recycled or not, they will identify. The well recognized chasing arrows symbol we see on plastic containers and products does not mean the product is recyclable. The little number inside the triangle tells the real story. Yes, we can see a chasing arrow triangle symbol on the plastic items. If you can observe at home also in our domestic usage plastic items, you can see there will be a symbol on them, chasing arrows, triangular shape symbol will be there. That does not represent whether it is recyclable or not. The number inside that arrow marks represents or it gives the complete story of the plastic. What kind of plastic it is it recyclable or not? So how can be it utilized? For what purpose it can be utilized? These all informations are given based upon the number given in the chasing arrows of that logo on the plastic items. So here are the symbols given. We can see the drinking water bottles. These all will be containing these any one of these 7 symbols. If we see first, if it is there, that is called PET. There is a 2 in the middle of the chasing arrows, that is called HDPE. Third one, if it is called V or PVC. 4 is called LDPE. 5 PP. So we are going to see about these all different types of numbers or coding of plastics. Within each chasing arrow triangle, there is a number which ranges from 1 to 7. Yes. The purpose of the number is to identify the type of plastic used for the product making. And not all the plastics are recyclable or even reusable. There are numerous plastic based products that cannot break down and cannot be recycled. Yes, in nowadays we are using a numerous number of plastic items or the tools made up of plastic. These all plastic items may not be recycled. Some of them can be recycled and some they cannot be. Example, we told some thermosetting plastics, they cannot be remolded or melted. Such kind of plastics cannot be remolded, but some are there which can be molded and recycled. So which are recyclable, which are not recyclable, this can be identified based upon the number given in that chasing arrows triangle symbol on the plastic item. Based upon that, they will segregate this. So based upon the number, yes, it is recyclable, so keep it here. It is not recyclable, throw it away. So whatever are there, recyclable materials, and again the number should be same on all those which are going to be recycled or melted. Same kind of plastics will be melted, again they can reform into new objects those. So based upon these numbers, it is being done all the recycling of plastics. So let us see about this coding or numbering of these plastic items. First among them is the coding 1 that represents PET. Chemical it is called Polyethylene Terephthalate. What it is? Polyethylene Terephthalate. PET is one of the most commonly used plastics in consumer products and is found in most water and pop bottles and some packing also. So mostly the drinking water bottles and the bottles used for preservation of some food items, those all are made up of mostly this PET. So that is why it is most commonly used in our consumer products. It is one of the safest plastics. So it is used for storing this water and dissolve. That is called PET. You can observe this logo or chasing arrows logo with the number 1 at the middle on the water bottles which we are using for drinking water, preserving drinking water. On those you can see this recycling number 1 that represents PET. So these are the drinking bottles which are made up of PET. PET means what we said? Polyethylene terephthalate. Second one, HDPE. It is second code which represents high density polyethylene. Yes, where it is used, let us see. HDPE plastic is a stiff plastic. It will be strong enough, used to make milk jugs, detergent and oil bottles, toys and some plastic bags. These all are made up of this HDPE plastic. So if you observe those toys and these all, this logo will be observed, chasing arrows with number 2 at the middle. So this is a little stiff than the PET and it is used for making of these milk jugs and the bottles which are used for the detergents, toilet cleaning those liquids all. So these bottles are made up of HDPE plastic. This HDPE is the most commonly recycled plastic and is considered as one of the safest form of plastic. Yeah, it is also it is a plastic which is mostly recycled. This plastic can be easily recycled and can be reformed into new toys or new products. So it is one of the safest plastics. Third one, PVC. PVC represents polyvinyl chloride. PVC often we might have heard at our homes also. Let us see what it is. PVC is a soft, flexible plastic used to make clear plastic food wrapping, yeah, transparent food wrappings, cooking oil bottles, teething rings, children's pets toys, and blister packing for consumer products. Blister packing means in this way it will be transparent packing material for consumer products, and it is commonly used as sheeting material for computer cables. Yes, computer cables are made of the PVC, and mostly we see these pipes, water pipes which we use at homes, plastic pipes, and parts of plumbing and in garden hoses. These all are made up of this PVC. We might be how this word PVC pipes means those plastic pipes which we are using for transport of water in our home from one room to another room or from the tanker to the taps. Those pipes are made up of this PVC. PVC means polyvinyl chloride, and this transparent packing material also is made up of PVC. This is about third one. And nextly, fourth one, LDPE. That means low density polythene. Low density polythene. LDPE is often found in shrink wraps, means wrapping materials, dry cleaner, garment bags, squeezable bottles. Squeezable bottles means the bottles which we use for generally for preserving these some liquids, and the ketchups. We can see here the bottles are shown, ketchup bottles and jam bottles. What we do for keeping those jam and ketchup on the food items, what we do, we will keep the bottle and we will squeeze that. So those squeezing bottles and garment bags, wraps, these all are made up of LDPE or low density polythene. So this is for making these all. The plastic grocery bags used in most stores today are made using LDPE plastic. Some clothing and furniture also uses this type of plastic. Yes, certain furnitures and plastic bags nowadays in the stores they are giving for us. These all are made up of low density polythene. We know polythene bags. We call them polythene bags. Polythene bags nothing but polyethylene bags. So these are plastic bags which are made up of this fourth kind of plastic, that is LDPE, low density polythene. We know what does it mean, low density, lightweight. So this lightweight polythene is used for making these all bags which we are using for carrying tools there and here. Next one, fifth one is PP, which represents polypropylene. Polypropylene. Polypropylene plastic is tough, lightweight, and has excellent heat resistant quality. Yeah, this is light in weight and it will be tough enough, and it is much heat resistant also. So because of these properties, it serves as barrier against moist, grease, and chemicals. When you try to open the thin plastic inner in a cereal box, certain cereal boxes we get while buying. So if you try to open that, there will be thin layer of certain plastic. That plastic layer inside is made up of propylene, which means PP with the fifth code. So this won't allow any moisture or air into the container, so that those cereals preserved in that bottles will be fresh enough. They won't be spoiled. This keeps your cereals dry and fresh. PP is also commonly used for disposable diapers, plastic bottle tops, and means those caps are made up of this PP. Potato chip bags, straws, packing tapes, ropes, these all are made up of this PP. So polypropylene is used in making of these all. What are those? These bags, mostly food covering packs. Example, very known example, these potato chips bags are there. Those are made up of certain plastic. That plastic is polypropylene. Why it is used? It is mostly air resistant. It won't allow any moisture or air to come in contact with these food items, so that the food items preserved inside will be fresh enough and dry enough. They won't be spoiled easily. Okay, and even plastic bottle caps and these are also made up of this polypropylene. One more well-known name, polystyrene. Polystyrene is an inexpensive, very cheaper, lightweight and easily formed plastic with a wide variety of uses. It is most often used to make disposable styrofoam drinking cups. So yes, these will be, nowadays we are using mostly these all. Take out commercial food containers, egg cartons, plastic picnic cutlery, and foam packing used to fill shipping boxes to protect contents. Yes, is mostly used nowadays. We know this all. Polystyrene. It is one of the inexpensive and even lightweight and easily formed plastic with wide varieties of uses. So it is mostly used in styrofoam drinking cups and food containers which we take out for the picnics and this all. We pack these food in certain boxes which can be thrown after completion of eating food. So this kind of foam plastic, it is made up of polystyrene, and mostly this will be using when you get some electronic goods through the parcel. If you open the box, those electronic goods will be fitted in these polystyrene designs, so which will allow these electronic devices and delicate objects from the getting damages. They protect these objects from the getting damages. So these are used for in the shipping boxes to protect these from the getting damages. So these all are made up of polystyrene. Seventh category is actually there is no proper coding for this. The plastic items which are not having any proper coding will come under seventh category. That's why they are called other category. The seventh category was designed as a catch-all for polycarbonate or polycarbonate PCV side and other plastics. Other in the sense, so reuse and recycling protocols are not controlled within the category. So here there is no standard for these plastics. There is a proper coding for these plastics. Whether they are recyclable or not might be unidentified by using this code. So certain plastics are like that. Certain bottles will be there. They might be made up of certain mixing of these many polycarbonates, carbon compounds or polymers. If more than one kind of coating plastics are mixed, then this polycarbonate formed. So they don't have any proper coding. We may not understand from this coding whether those plastics are recyclable or not. So this is about seventh kind of plastic. So what we have seen till now, we discussed about the coding of plastics. At the starting, we told that plastics nowadays we are recycling them. So recycling of plastics won't be done directly when they are collected from our nature. First, these street people, they will collect these all plastic items like bags, milk bags, polythene covers, plastic bottles which are used and thrown out, water bottles, and these all broken articles which we use at home like chairs, benches, and some other tools. They will collect these all. After collection, before going to recycle those all, they will segregate these all into different categories. So for that segregation, they observe coding on those. What kind of plastic is that? Whether it is recyclable or not. So only one kind of plastics all they will collect together, take together for recycling. So that the same kind of plastic they will get again, they can use for making of other new tools there. So there are 7 codings for these plastics. We have seen till now. They all in which forms they are used. Now there is one more kind of plastic. Interestingly, bioplastics. Although plastics are usually made from fossil fuels, they can also be made from vegetable products. Isn't it being interesting? Yes, actually we said these plastics are synthetic, of course, and these all are made from fossil fuels like petroleum and natural gases. We told these all are made from petroleum and natural gases. So those plastics segregation just now we have seen. But there is one more kind of plastic nowadays the scientists they have discovered, that is bioplastics, which is made from vegetable products. Yes, it is real. There are bioplastics nowadays which are made from organic substances like vegetables. For example, potato starch contains polymers also. Yes, potato starch contains along with the sugars, it contains some polymers in it. These polymers are used for making these plastics called bioplastics. You can see like this. Certain plastics like forks and which are spoons, they are nowadays they're making by using these bioplastics derived from potatoes. So these potatoes contains along with the starch and sugars, they contain some polymers also in them. These polymers are used for making these bioplastics. So these, as we are telling, these bioplastics are made from vegetables which are organic and eco-friendly. So these bioplastics are also eco-friendly. They will be decomposed into the nature again. They won't cause any harm to the environment. So we can prefer these bioplastics instead of those synthetic or petrochemical plastics. So this revolution is going to come in very near future, because we are coming to know the bad effects of these plastics on the environment. They are causing many harmful effects. They are showing so many harmful effects on the environment. The soil is being eroded because of these plastics deposited in the soil, and aquatic animals they are facing so many problems with these plastics thrown in the water, that we know that we will be watching in the regular media. These aquatic animals, what they will do, they may think that these plastics are also some of the eatables, and they will swallow them, as these plastic items are non-digestible, non-degradable. They won't be digested to the animals. So those animals which consume those plastic items, they may feel suffocation, indigestion, and they may die also. So these many bad effects are there with the non-biodegradable plastics. So this is a time to turn into bioplastics. So these bioplastics are very eco-friendly because they are prepared from eco-friendly vegetables only. So the vegetable extracts are taken, and from those these polymers are extracted. These polymers are used for making these bioplastics. See here, they have shown a fork which is made up of this bioplastic, which is extracted from potatoes. So this will be easily decomposed into the atmosphere again, into the soil, just like how these vegetables and plants they are degraded or decomposed into the atmosphere. In the same way, these also will be. So we can say these are eco-friendly, nature-friendly. So that is about plastics. So let us try to reduce the usage of those plastics which are non-biodegradable or non-recyclable plastics. Let us avoid using, so that we can help in preserving this nature. Now let us see some questions based upon the content what we have learned till now. First one, plastics are dash in weight. That means the weight of plastics when compared with the natural objects. How it can be compared? We can see here some questions. Very heavy, light in weight, negligible weight, heavy. For example, let us take two chairs. One is made up of natural objects like wood, wooden chair or metallic chair. If you take certain plastic chair, the same design, which will be with more weight. Yes, okay, you can try answer for this. Our plastic items are very heavy in weight? Are they light in weight? Are they have negligible weight? Or they have much heavy weight? What will be correct answer for this? Yes, you can try in the live chat. Yes, it is light. Yes, plastics are light in weight when compared to natural objects. Very fine example I told. If you take any plastic chair or plastic table, if you compare its weight with natural, the chairs or tables made up of natural objects like wood or metallic. So these plastic objects will be very light in weight. Next question. PET is most commonly used for. Yes, we told the plastic with coding 1 is first type of plastic, which we say PET, polyethylene terephthalate. Mostly these are used for. What are the options given? Water and pop bottles, plastic pipes, dry cleaner garment bags, disposable diapers. So for which this PET used? So this is one of the safest plastics, and these PET bottles are mostly used for the preserving of food items or drinkable liquids. These all are stored under these PET bottles. So we can say water and pop bottles are made up of this PET plastic. Now let us see, plastics are they semiconductors, conductors, conducts at above room temperature only, or insulators? So what kind of substance are these plastics? Are these plastics are conducting electricity? Are these plastics conducting heat? Are the semiconductors, means only certain quantity of current or heat will be passed through them? Are they insulators? So what will be correct answer for this? Yes, plastics are insulators. Insulators means what is it, children? Yes, we know insulators means they are poor conductors of electricity, or to say clearly, bad conductors of electricity. So plastics are bad conductors of electricity. Next one. What happens to plastic waste? So what about the plastic waste? We are using certain plastic items and we are throwing them out in the nature, there and here. So what will be happen to these plastic items? So let us see options given. It is a biodegradable material, so it eventually disintegrates. What they are giving? Plastics are biodegradable and they will be disintegrated in the nature eventually after a certain time. Is it correct? Or else, let us see second option. It never fully goes away. It just breaks up into small pieces or little pieces. Is it? Let us see third option. There is no such thing as plastic waste. All plastic is recycled. Isn't it? It is dumped into the ocean for fish to eat. So which is a correct statement regarding about the plastic waste. It is given plastic is biodegradable. What does it mean biodegradable? It decomposes itself by the effect of nature after certain time. But here plastics are non-biodegradable. They won't be decomposed. They can be only recycled or thrown away. So plastics won't be decomposed themselves by the effect of nature. So plastics are non-biodegradable. So this will be wrong. Second one, yes, it is given here. It never fully goes away. Yes, even after thousands of years also, only small quantity of plastic will be decomposed. Remaining will be as it is, but it breaks up into small pieces. Yes, this happens. If you throw a plastic bottle away in the soil, if you observe after long time, after so many years also, it won't be decomposed. It might be broken into small pieces. That may be happen, but it never decomposes or it won't be degraded. It won't be degradable. It is non-biodegradable. So this will be correct. That is remaining options also. There is no such thing as plastic waste. All plastic is recycled. Is it correct? No. All the plastics cannot be recycled. There are few types of plastics which only can be recycled. Certain plastics they cannot be recycled. Once they are made, they have to be used in the same form. They cannot be recycled and they cannot be turned into another form later. So all plastics are not recyclable. Only few kinds of plastics are recyclable. It is just dumped in the ocean for fish to eat. Actually, they are doing many people like this. They are throwing many waste plastic items into water that is going and reaching this ocean water. But actually, it is not the food for the aquatic animals. But what they do as they are innocent animals, they take these plastic tools also as food, as they are thinking that these are also food items. But what is happening finally? Those aquatic animals will die by consuming these plastic items, as these plastics are non-biodegradable, non-digestible. So they may feel immediately suffocation, indigestion, and because of this all, they will die. So it is not, they are not at all food for these fishes or aquatic animals. So only correct answer is here. They never fully goes away. They never fully disintegrates. It just breaks up into small pieces after so many years later. So B is correct answer. Next one. Why is plastic dangerous for marine life? Yes, till now we have discussed about this only. Marine life in the sense the living things which live in water, inside the water. Those are called marine life or aquatic life. These are the names for them. So why these plastics are dangerous for them? Let us see options given. They mistake it as food for them and cannot digest it. They can get tangled in it, which hinders their ability to swim. Yes, both of these are correct options. Or it's not dangerous because they use plastic waste for habitats. So which is the correct answer for this? They mistake it for food and cannot digest. Yes, we told already, they may think these plastic items also as their food and they consume them. Once they are consumed, they will be inside the stomach. They won't be digested for them because these plastics, they are not degradable or digestible. So they may die. And one more, they can get tangled in it. They may stuck in the plastic items like covers and these all. If you often, we can see this all in the Discovery Channel about the Animal Planet. Some turtles and these all, while moving, they may stuck in some polythene bags. They cannot come out from those. They cannot swim again. And some fishery nets which are made up of nylon and these plastic items. When they are thrown in the oceans, these aquatic animals, they will be struck in those. They cannot swim further. They cannot swim later, but because they are struck in those threads inside. So in this way, they are causing much danger to the aquatic animals or marine life. So here, these two are correct statements. They are shown here. It is not dangerous. No, plastics are much dangerous for the aquatic animals. Of course, we are having many uses with these plastics, but it should be properly disposed and properly recycled. If the plastic should be used in the proper manner, then only they are they are giving much utility for us. But if they are once thrown in the improper manner, they may cause much damage to the aquatic life and even to the environment also. They may cause pollution. So what will be correct answer here? Yes, C is correct answer. So this is about plastics and recycling of plastics, recycling codes of plastics. Okay. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and visit our website www.aimstoday.in for latest updates and recorded videos. So if you subscribe our channel, you will get regularly about the updates about our upcoming live sessions. When it is going to be set in class, you will get immediately a notification to your mobile directly when if you subscribe this channel. So please subscribe our channel to get these latest updates and visit our website, that is aimstoday.in. There you can find all the recorded versions of these live sessions. If you miss any class in live session, no worry, you can watch these recorded videos later from our website and even through our YouTube channel AIMS Today also. Okay, thank you.